Hey, so tomorrow is the big Apple announcement. We're here at TechCrunch Disrupt in the Rackspace Studio 2014, San Francisco, and meeting with a bunch of cool companies. But tomorrow Apple's bringing out the new iWatch, and so we're seeing different wearables and different approaches to it to understand where the market is and where the opportunities are. And today we're seeing a Goqii who puts a coach in the cloud, as they say, and a coach in the cloud and a coach on your wrist, right?
Exactly, completely.
So who are you?
I'm Vishal Gondal, and I'm the founder and CEO of Goqii.
Yeah.
Goqii is really trying to disrupt the wearable space. We of course know what Apple is going to do, and very soon there'll be millions and millions of people with a wearable device on their wrist, on their neck, or wherever they want it.
Yeah.
But the single biggest problem with wearables is people don't know what to do with the data.
Yeah.
People don't know how can they use this to improve their lifestyle. And we at Goqii believe we have found the answer of that. And that's exactly what we are doing.
And so what you do that's really interesting is you have a coach in the cloud, right? You have human beings. When I'm wearing this or using your app on future devices, coach sees my data and says, hey, you're not running enough today. Why don't you make time for a run? Or why don't you do something, right?
Exactly.
And it says it right on your notifications or on your watch,
Exactly,
right?
exactly. So what the biggest insight which we got at Goqii was that most people need motivation when they have to make the lifestyle change. They need accountability. They need somebody to ask them, hey, how did you eat today? Or did you run today? Or did you walk today?
Yeah, if you're a rich guy, you can afford a personal coach to come to your house and run with you or yell at you, make sure you work hard, and make sure you do the full 45 minutes of exercise you're supposed to do, right?
Exactly. So that's
most of us can't afford a personal trainer like that. So Goqii's the answer. This is what, $20?
So that's the interesting point. The price point had to be affordable.
Yeah.
So at $19 a month, literally.
$19 a month.
$19 a month. We will be able to provide you a trained fitness instructor on the cloud who's trained to understand this data, who can motivate you, and who can really work with you to make a change in your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And what is more important even than the coaches, this is not just one thing, it's an entire ecosystem. So Goqii comes with our fitness band, which we give away for free. So we are not selling the hardware at all. This is a service which you are buying. Along with the fitness band, we have our apps, which work on various platforms. Apart from the platforms, we have coaches. Each of these coaches are also backed by experts. So let's say you have a problem with sleep. We have expert coaches who can help you train in sleep. Or if you want to run a marathon, or if you want to make six-packs, or if you want to run a trek. So based on your specialization, we can also get you those kind of coaches.
Interesting.
And all of this ties into one very important thing which Goqii believes, which is karma, or doing good. Yeah. So as you're getting fit, we reward you with karma points, which you donate to charity. So I think the most important thing in a lifestyle is you always have to do it for somebody else, which is why we run marathons and walks for causes of cancer or whatever else. So we want to literally make your entire life a cause. And that's how the Be the Force, which is the Goqii motto of improving yourself and improving the world, is what we are essentially trying to do.
That's cool. And this could be really an app on any wearable, you know, because there's going to be 15 different kinds of wearables.
Exactly.
Apple's going to be the big one, I think. We'll see tomorrow.
Absolutely.
But if it's not, that's going to be a change for the industry.
So that's the point, right? So right now we have Goqii works. So my coach just sent me a notification, and it's on my Android Wear. I can see it here already. He's asking me to have more water and stretch every 2 hours at TechCrunch. I think we need to do that, take some breaks while we are here.
Yeah.
But what's more important is that most of these hardware companies are trying to sell you these devices like a magic bullet. They're saying, hey, wear this fitness band and you'll become fit. The reality is far away from that. Most people who buy these devices, and there is enough research there that they're lying in the drawer somewhere. I'm sure you have bought or tried each one of this, and you don't end up using anything for the long term.
Yeah.
And the simple reason is because just like buying a shoe does not make you a runner, to actually become a runner, you need to train, you need to diet, you need to practice. It's a whole lot of things which are involved.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what we believe we are doing.
Yeah.
And just the way how Uber has changed the way you look at taxis. Now anybody can be your taxi or anybody can be a driver. We believe that you no longer need to go to a gym to exercise or get a personal coach, or you don't need to be super rich to get a coach to come to your place. Your coach should be available to you on demand anywhere you want and give you the right kind of advice. So we're kind of seeing an entire revolution in the world of health and fitness.
No,
and at
crazy.
Goqii, we are leading that entire revolution.
No, that's really, really cool. So it's $20 a month. How did you capitalize this company? How did you get the funding to build a device and a cloud computing system?
So I founded my last company called India Games, which became one of India's biggest games company.
Yeah.
We sold it to Disney last year, and after spending some time with Disney, I moved out to do my next startup, which is Goqii. Goqii is, we've got some very interesting early angel investors who have backed it. Investors including Esther Dyson, she's an investor. We have Mike McNamara, the CEO of Flextronics. He has made a personal investment in us. Sanjay Parthasarthi, who ex-Microsoft.
He was my boss at Microsoft.
Yeah, and Sanjay is a dear investor, and we work very closely with him on a lot of aspects. Recently, we also had Neeraj Arora of WhatsApp and Marco Argenti of Amazon invest in us. So we have a very interesting group of early investors, and last but not the least, Amit Singhal of Google. Amit, he's the man behind Google Search, and what we are doing at Goqii is very interesting from the big data perspective, because we have a lot of data in terms of context. So we've just done angel funding now.
Are you going to add food to this so I can take pictures of the food?
You can take pictures of food, you can add hydration data. So there are certain things you can input from the app, and there are certain things which the device does on its own.
So the coach that's sitting somewhere else in the world is watching all this data go by. That's sort of freaky to a lot of people, right? Because a human being is actually looking at your data. A lot of these devices can know when we're having sex, right?
see, the point is that you are doing this knowingly. This is you're buying this device because it goes to the coach.
But it's over the freaky line in a way. But that coach, tell me about the coach and what they're able to see about you and what they're able to tell. Like right now, we're sitting next to the Johnny Walker booth.
Exactly.
Would my coach be going, don't even think about it. Don't even think about going over there.
So what we do is, so first of all, our entire coach training program was designed by experts. So we have Kendra from Stanford Stealth Health Group and Luke from Yale University. They designed the entire program. So the coaches come from background in nutrition and physical fitness, and then they go through our training.
So my coach really is going to say, don't go over the Johnny Walker booth.
Exactly.
You can't see it, but behind us there's a Johnny Walker booth. They're handing out samples of
alcohol.
Well,
at least they say keep walking, and that's what the coach will say. They'll say don't have Johnny Walker, but keep walking.
So the coach can see all the data and can respond, and you get it on your watch or on your phone, right?
Exactly.
And it'll say, hey, great job running 45 minutes or whatever.
So what we are seeing is that the most important thing a coach does is provide you motivation and feedback. So let's say if my coach, for example, knows I'm traveling, so he's given me a bunch of exercises I can do in the hotel room. He's told me what stuff can I pick from Starbucks, because the problem is when we go to these coffee shops, you're presented by dozens of food options. You don't know what's right for you. So the coach can literally break that for you. And last but not the least, the coach is also focused on goal reinforcement. So people don't know what to set the right goals. Is 10,000 steps the right goal for you, or 5,000 steps? How can we increase the goal? And see, so it's very interesting that the people we compete with actually are not really other hardware, but gyms. Most people, donate their money to the gym. They never end up going to the gym.
Which can be $150 a month, not 20.
Exactly.
What is the actual sensor on your wrist? What is it collecting, and what does it show you? Because it's really just mostly. My thesis is this is mostly about capturing data off your wrist, how well you're working out, sending that to the coach, and then the coach talks to you on your phone app, right?
So the Goqii device itself. So if you open it up. It comes with a subscription card, so this is a 6-month subscription on it. And the device itself, this can do various things. So it can track your steps, the calories you burn, how much you sleep. So it has a sleep tracker, it has a distance tracker, it has an alarm, vibration alarm, and date and time, and pretty much everything else. But it has a very interesting and unique feature, which we call the remote hi-fi. So the coach can remotely vibrate this if he does well. So it's like literally giving you a hi-fi saying, great job done. And what we saw was that people get very intimate when they, even though they're not, the coach is somewhere else. It could be Mexico, it can be in Europe, it could be in India. But when the coach is chatting with you, you really feel the sense of connection. But as you know, we are not a hardware company. This is given away for free. And in the future, as I told you, that we will be integrating with more and more third-party hardware.
Yeah.
And we want to really be just like Uber. You could own any car, but you need Uber to get to a taxi and go from place A to place B. We believe that you may own any fitness band, but if you really want to get fit, you need a Goqii coach to work with you, and that's the vision.
Yeah, that's really smart. I like your business idea. It's one of the better ideas I've heard for wearables because it removes the business from the wearable. The wearable doesn't matter. Therefore, I don't care that Apple does well. You're going to do well,
and it's a subscription model, and we are not talking. And our entire model is based on engagement. Our coaches are incentivized to meet your goals.
I get it. Believe me, I understand why Esther Dyson invested in you because she's very smart. And,
Thank you.
She doesn't pick just everyday companies. Well, cool. Where do I get one?
Well, very soon we'll be giving one to you because we are not yet live in the US. We are still beta testing this whole thing. We'll be ready by December.
When does this come out in the United States?
In December is when we are hoping we'll be launching. But I can promise you that you will be one of our early users of this, and we'd love your feedback, and we'd love to have our coach work with you. I also wanted to quickly show you how the whole thing works kind of on the app itself.
Just real fast.
Yeah, I'll do that. I just wanted to kind of have that done.
Yeah.
So if you look at the app, my screen is showing you my steps, my consumption of my various points. So right now, if I've had some water, I can just go and I can log my water in.
Yep.
So you can see that that's my coach on the top. That's his little image. And if I go there, I can see the coach chatting with me. And this is detailed chat. For example, the coach has given me stuff like I need to be, do you take deep breaths before sleeping? And because that is some sleep. So there's lots of chats. I mean, on a daily basis, our users exchange 4 to 5 messages with their coaches.
Yeah.
They also have monthly video calls, so it's quite detailed. The other thing is the karma points I was talking about. So right now I have 51 points. I can take that, and there are various causes which are listed out.
Yeah.
And then I can donate. I can pick a cause which I want, and then I can donate my points. And the corresponding dollars are donated by our charity partners. So you are sweating it out for good for somebody else, which is very, very powerful. And last but not the least, there's an entire social network built in here. So you could look at your friends, you could compete with them, work with them together. And in short, our vision of how do you be the force is really the big thing. And we believe that with the combination of mind, which is about habits and behavior, soul, which is karma, and nutrition and physical fitness, you can change the world and be the force. So that's really what it is all about.
That's awesome. Thank you so much.
Thanks a lot, Robert.
And we get it at Goqii, and it's spelled
Goqii, Goqii.com. And we are on Twitter as Goqii Life and Facebook Goqii.
Very cool.
So be the force.
Thank you so much. Be the force. Thank you. And we're going to be back shortly with another startup from TechCrunch Disrupt 2014 here at the Rackspace Studio in the middle of the expo hall. Thank you for joining us.